out there
Yes.
is that NASA has told their supporters to vote and not go home, to remain there and guard their votes. That is what Matiang'i says is a threat to security.
Let me now inform you. The concept of adopt a polling station is basically simple. That for me, as a voter of Olympic primary school, we have to identify, and we have the register of all voters of Olympic primary school. What we have to do is to ensure that we actually get out all those people who are going to vote at Olympic, make sure that they vote. Those who have not voted, we go back to the Kijiji, get them out from their places, they go and vote. Once they've voted, there are now people who have to stay there, actually about 50 or 60 meters or so away from Olympic Station, just to ensure that we are there, we man it, and there is nothing sinister happening. Adopt a polling station does not mean that everybody who is voting at Olympic primary school gets into that polling station after voting and remains there. No, it's about vigilance. It's about vigilance. After all, these classrooms are very small, and we know that not everybody can actually fit in those classrooms. So there will be only those people who've been accredited by our party and IEBC. Then the rest of us mans the station from outside.
Right. And Zai, before I come to you, do you think there's any need really for this adopt a polling station strategy?
No, I think, you know, until now, I thought adopting a polling station was simply a strategy for everyone to kind of rally people to go vote out there. But this issue now of the directive by Matiang'i that when you vote, you go, I think it makes sense, honestly. As long as IBC can assure a fair and credible election based on the agents that those which are there. The only concern we would have is if potentially that would disenfranchise and you know, the security parameters that are put, potentially some people will not want to come in and vote, or they pull out. So I think Matiang'i and the government has its place, the police has its place. All we have to do is not raise these emotions. You know, we don't need to raise those emotions where the Kenyan people now, someone fears to even go and potentially vote, or, you know, they're simply agitated. So our ask is, let IBC do their job, let the police do their job, and the political leaders, let them understand that we've had history of violence during elections. This talk does not help any, okay? So I think this leadership, again, is the bad behavior, and it needs to rise up, and that's why we're calling on them, and that's why we're going out there to say, the Kenyan people, you have an option, and you're not going to get this change from either Jubilee or NASA because they're going to continue doing the same.
All right, Weda, your thoughts on the adopt a polling station strategy?
Adopt a polling station is a new concept brought by old players who have participated in various elections since the 90s. And they've participated in those elections and they've won them. But this one has been, and this was a design to ensure that the elections are mad, are messed up, and then we have a constitutional crisis, and then we have a Nusum Kate government. Why do I say so? When Matiang'i was minister in charge of communication, he was under a barrage of attack from Honorable Raila Odinga. When he was minister for education, cleaning education, that is when now Raila attacked him most. The day he was named CS Interior, he was even attacked for being named before Nkaiseri is buried. You can see a series of attacks so that you have a hyena image, then now you are brought down. The law says that you have agents, election officials allowed at a polling station, plus agents that are accredited. Any other person is not allowed, apart from the voter who votes and walks away. What NASA wants is that they want to bring in their supporters to remain there, and if necessary, mess up the electoral process. Then they say, now, the elections, we don't know who the winner is or who the loser is. The better way is to come together and share this government. That is why they are so worried, because Matiang'i is a no-nonsense, serious cabinet secretary who has told them, you don't adopt a polling station, you don't adopt children. When you adopt, it means you own it. You're actually in charge. They want to be in charge of this polling station. And that is wrong. We better tell NASA, if you win, win clean. If you lose the way you are going to lose with 1% here, there, you are claiming is the advantage, you better, because this country is bigger than this, our 5 dancing senior colleagues.
Right, and of course, NASA's claims began even before the death of Nkaissery.